My name's Alex, and today this is our very first episode of Talking Tools, and I'm going to talk about my favorite impact driver, the one that I think is probably the best one ever made, the Makita DTS141. This is the soft impact oil pulse impact driver. It's a product that I'm pretty sure you can buy anywhere in the world. Most countries seem to have this one. This is the most expensive one they sell in Australia, where we are. And there's a lot of people don't know about this or don't have it. It doesn't sell in actual kits that I have seen. It only seems to be sold individually, which is why I guess a lot of people don't have it, is because usually people buy kits of tools. This is, as I said, the most expensive individual impact driver that Makita make, but I totally think it is worth it. This one is about $3.99 average price in Australian dollars. If you shop around, you can get it for a bit cheaper. And of course, you can buy them from overseas for a little bit cheaper and stuff like that as well. Some people tend to do that. There are so many reasons why I think this is totally worth the extra money. As an example, like this one here, this is another Makita one here. This is the DTD155. This is also a brushless one. It has the two-step speed function. This one has 3 different settings plus a kind of an auto one for actually tightening screws, which is really clever and very useful. You see, this one is only about maybe just under $200 to buy, whereas this one's like almost $400. I mean, it's like twice as expensive, but I honestly think it is worth it. The first of all, just the sound reduction, which is like the main feature of this drill. It has like a really low amount of noise. Makita say in their sheet that it is only 77 decibels. I'm not really sure how that on paper compares to other ones. There's not many other drills usually tell you how loud they are, because these ones are all pretty loud usually. But using this is just fantastic. You don't need to use earmuffs and stuff nowhere near as often. You can take this into like shopping centers on jobs, or you can use this in areas where you've got clients that, you know, they don't want to hear you making a huge racket. This thing will put the screws in really nicely and do it very quietly. It's really amazing, and it's something you can't really, you read about it and you think, oh yeah, that's all right, whatever, like it's not really a big deal. But once you start using this, you'll just all of a sudden realize just how much better it is than the standard typical impact driver. Another thing is, obviously the Makita is just, all the ergonomics of these tools is so good. They feel really good in your hand. It's not too heavy. It's just weighted like really nicely. It also has, as I mentioned, the 3-step power system. So down here you can control it from just a softest mode, medium and full blown, and then the auto one for screws as well. But having these different speeds is super handy, because you can actually do jobs with delicate materials that, you know, you might maybe split or crack or something like that. You can put it on the softest setting, and this just drives the screw in just perfectly without causing any damage. It's really, really good to use. And of course, when you want full power, turn it up to full, and it drives any kind of screw into anything it can do really, really well. Another cool thing is the function of the trigger is really, really smooth and steady. It feels better than like you have more control over the speed, better than any other impact drill I've ever used, hands down. This thing is made really well. Obviously, this particular Makita drill is actually made in Japan, whereas I don't believe almost any of the other ones that they sell internationally are made in Japan. This one is obviously put together, for those reasons. It must be quite intricate inside, something like that. I'm not too sure, but I can tell you it is made really well, and it is noticeable when you use it and you just check it all out. It's really special. This product has like a 5-year warranty. which is amazing. That's what you want. And it's got a really high dust proof and waterproof rating, which is also really good for people working in, possibly outdoors. I'm working in dusty environments all the time, not outdoors for me. I don't need to worry about water really, but yeah, like dust, very heavily dust. And this thing is just, it doesn't skip a beat. It is just that good. I've had this one for around about 6 months. However, I've been using this same model for like a year and a half or so before that. The company I work for actually had some of these drills which I was using on the jobs with them. However, I decided to take the plunge and get the actual drill myself, and I definitely don't regret that. As I said, yeah, $200 for your kind of standard brushless one individually, whereas this $400. I mean, I use mine. I don't know about other people, other tradies and whatnot out there. This is one of the tools I use probably the most, and the fact that it is so nice to use and is so quiet, and the way it drives the screws in is just not like any other one I've ever used. It's just so smooth and works so nicely. It is absolutely worth the extra money, 100%, I reckon. The other thing is the battery life on this just lasts really long time, especially since you can adjust how powerful it is. You can, use it on the soft setting for delicate jobs that maybe don't, you've already got pilot hole screws or whatever. You're not driving, you're just popping screws in and you just want to do it nice and easy and quick. And that will go for so long on just the softest setting. It's unbelievable. Okay, I think every tradesman should have this. I mean, these are the things we use all the time, and that paying that bit of extra money might seem like a big deal, but it's not. I mean, when you use it as much as most people who have these tools do, professional grade tools, they need stuff that's good, and making your job easier every day is like a big deal in my books. So I would definitely recommend spending $400 on this Makita. I hope you've enjoyed me giving you real hands-on experience review of this tool. As I say, on paper, it's it sounds good, but it's not as good as when you actually use it. Like getting out there and using this thing, you realize, geez, this is absolutely worth the extra money, and it makes things easy, quiet, and go so well. It's fantastic. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed my review today from me, Alex, on Talking Tools. That is all. Thank you.